What's up, guys? Ruppy here. Welcome to, honestly a long overdue update video at this point. This is kind of like any of my update videos for the most part, not really going to be scripted or anything like that. The footage you're seeing is, some footage I grabbed from, playing through the recent Team Star Challenge that, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet did. I don't think I did too bad in it, but yeah, that's just there for something for you guys to feast your eyeballs upon while you listen to me explain what the heck happened, because it seems like I've had another channel collapse, unsurprisingly at this point. I do apologize for that, and I do have an explanation for it. So you've probably long since noticed by now that I am, well, UNPL Season 5 is long over. On that note, congrats to Viz for winning UNPL Season 5. Definitely well-deserved, especially as someone who did get a chance to play him in the regular season. His team was very nasty, and he definitely earned that trophy. You probably also noticed that I did not surface anywhere in playoffs, or that the last 2 weeks' worth of battles of mine are missing. Spoiler alert, I did lose both of those games, and any hope I had of being able to sneak into playoffs, unfortunately, kind of died with those losses. It is what it is. Definitely learned my lesson on making mass transactions for no real reason, because I think the team I had before was a lot more solid than the team I ended up with after the fact, and, well, I think that's kind of clear now. I do have the footage from those last 2 weeks worth of battles, and if you guys want, if I can find some time, maybe I can still throw them up, at least the battles, so you guys know, can see what happened and what I was dealing with, etc., etc. But that then leads to the big question. Why were they not uploaded on time in the first place? Why are they still missing, etc., etc.? And honestly, I wish I had a good answer for that. I mean, I do have a good answer, it's just not what I would consider good in personal context, I guess. So, let's start off with the fact that I played the last few weeks of this season injured, believe it or not. There was a little incident at work, because, as a reminder, I do actually have a full-time job. Unfortunately, YouTube does not pay my bills. If I ever get to that point, it would be a miracle. But yeah, I had a little incident at work that ultimately resulted in me having a broken hand. So that hindered me quite a bit because it was my right hand, which is my dominant hand. So being able to, honestly, being able to find workarounds to be able to use my controller, type, etc., that was all a game in and of itself I had to play. But it definitely hindered a lot of my drive to be able to focus fully on getting my videos edited and whatnot, because there is only so often I can sit here trying to use a broken hand to, well, move a mouse around, especially, again, it was my dominant hand. Just being able to move a mouse around and all of that, it was not fun. For those curious, my hand has since healed, so no worries about that. I'm perfectly fine. But that then leads to the next big issue, and the one that definitely put the nail in the coffin on me prioritizing trying to get my videos done and uploaded, because I had a bit of family issues I had to take care of on the health front. Full disclosure, around this the time of year when UNPL Season 5 was basically entering its final weeks, that's already a hard enough period of time for me, because that was the point where one of my brothers has passed away. I had 3 brothers. I currently have 2. Many of you might recall that was around the same period of time where, as much as I know people are tired of me bringing it up, my BBR Season 2 run way back in the day, where that began to falter. It was around that same time period. That was actually the 1 year anniversary of his passing, so that in of itself is still a hard time for me, even now, years later. But this year, the stress and all of that basically got compounded because I very nearly lost one of my other brothers. I'm not going to go into details on that because that is personal family stuff. But yeah, one of my brothers, my two remaining brothers, had a very severe issue with his health, and he had to be hospitalized for a little while, and for a time there was a very real possibility where we were worried we would probably have to say goodbye to him. Thankfully, that was not the case. He did recover, and we're still kind of keeping an eye on him because his health is kind of in a bit of a state of flux and probably will be for the rest of his life at this point. But yeah, that kind of happened the final week in terms of when we had to play games. That would have been my week 8 game, I believe, against Galvanate, and the week I would have needed to edit and upload my game against Danny Mac for week 7. So family obviously took priority in that situation. Wanted to make sure everything was alright with my brother once he was in the clear. And then just the emotional weight of everything from that period of time, between still mourning the brother I lost after all these years and nearly losing yet another brother around the same exact time. Yeah, that kind of took its toll on me. And I'm honestly, even now, months later, still slowly kind of putting myself back together from it, which explains why the final 2 weeks of my UNPL Season 5 run have not been uploaded yet. And I mean, I could try to upload them if you guys want me to. If you would rather me just let it be at this point, that is perfectly understandable as well. I will leave that up to you guys. That is also why, for anyone who has been waiting on me to do renders for them, because I have been doing Pokemon renders for people, I've been wanting to better explain the little Blender render project I've been doing for Pokemon for a while. Never really got a chance to do that. But yeah, I basically have a giant community Google Drive that a couple other people have contributed to. I have been I've been primarily spearheading it for quite some time. That is why that kind of slowed to a stop for a while as well. Just the same general bad headspace I've been trying to get myself out of, all things considered, trying to get my head screwed back on straight and all of that. That is pretty much what it ultimately boils down to. Just a bad time of year for me, a very serious health scare in my family, and yeah, it really did a number on me mentally and emotionally. So that is kind of why I basically completely stopped and seemingly disappeared again. I would hope that is understandable to those of you who do watch me. I would like if this wasn't a frequent occurrence, but it is what it is at this point. This is basically the story of my life. Just when things seem like they're going my way, something will always happen that will completely derail everything. I'm used to it at this point. But yeah, that is basically the update as to what happened, why I've basically gone pretty silent for the most part. I've also been kind of taking a break from draft leagues after the end of UNPL Season 5, just to, again, try to focus on getting my head screwed back on straight. Which, I guess, then begs the question of what is next? And I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know. I would love to be able to do more with this channel than just draft battles. I mean, I'm sure there will be a draft league that maybe I'll take part in at some point that will be upload required. Maybe UNPL Season 6, maybe there'll be another one. I would love to be able to do other things with this channel, maybe just general Wi-Fi battles, maybe try to do Nuzlocke challenges again. It's all a matter of things I want to do, but things I, one, do not have as much time for as I would like, particularly around work and family obligations, because, again, the aforementioned fragile state of health that my brother is in right now. He kind of needs someone keeping an eye on him at all times at this point. And beyond that, just trying to actually have the drive to do anything like that, because yeah, it's all just been weighing on me, and it's easier said than done to kind of just get myself back in the best headspace. But yep, that is pretty much where things are at. An uncertain future, I am very much aware, but one way or another, we will see where it goes, and ideally, this will not be the last of Ruppy, RuppDat, however you wish to refer to me, and my channel. We will see what the future holds, and hopefully, it will not be too much longer until I can get myself in a better headspace, and everything will hopefully start working itself out for me again. And from there, we will see what the future holds in terms of this channel, I guess. So, yeah, thank you for listening to me kind of ramble on about how things have been, where things are at. I have been Ruppy, and I don't know when it will be, but whenever that time is, I will see you guys then. Take care of yourselves.